The very mention of the name Neymar Jr. is enough to send a wave of excitement through the football world. For years, Neymar has been more than just a player. He has been a symbol of flair, creativity, and pure Brazilian magic. From his dazzling dribbles at Santos to his unforgettable performances in Barcelona's famous colors, Neymar has always lived at the center of global attention. And now, once again, the football universe finds itself holding its breath, because a move involving Neymar could be on the verge of rewriting history itself. Just when fans believed that the chapter between Neymar and Barcelona was sealed forever, a dramatic twist has emerged, and it comes with a staggering price tag, unimaginable figures, and consequences that could shake the foundations of modern football. According to explosive reports, French giants Paris Saint-Germain have entered the race with an ambition that knows no limits, preparing a move so massive that it could become the most expensive transfer the sport has ever seen. Neymar, the crown jewel of Barcelona's attack, is now at the center of a storm that has set Europe ablaze with speculation, debate, and disbelief. Brazilian media suggests that PSG are willing to activate Neymar's full release clause, an astronomical €222 million. To put that into perspective, this single transfer would cost more than what many top clubs spend over several seasons combined. Converted into local currency, the figure crosses unimaginable boundaries, reaching well over 2.6 trillion in value, a number that feels almost unreal even by football's modern standards. If this move becomes reality, it would not simply break a record. It would shatter every existing benchmark and establish a new era in the transfer market, one where financial limits are redefined and ambition knows no ceiling. But the story does not end with the transfer fee alone. To convince Neymar to take this monumental step, PSG are reportedly ready to offer a salary package that borders on the extraordinary. Sources claim that Neymar could earn around €30 million per year in basic wages, a figure that already places him among the highest-paid athletes on the planet. When bonuses, sponsorship incentives, and additional commercial benefits are added, the total annual earnings could soar close to €40 million. Accepting such an offer would instantly elevate Neymar into the elite bracket of football's financial royalty, alongside the likes of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, not just in terms of talent, but also in earnings and global influence. Such numbers are not just about money. They represent power, vision, and PSG's relentless desire to dominate European football. For the Parisian club, this is not merely a transfer. It is a statement to the world that they are ready to challenge the traditional giants on every possible level. Yet, amid all this noise, the biggest question remains unanswered. Does Neymar truly want to leave Barcelona? The answer, at least on the surface, appears far from straightforward. Neymar himself has repeatedly expressed his happiness at the Catalan club, describing Barcelona as his home and emphasizing how comfortable he feels both on and off the pitch. He has recently signed a new contract, further fueling the belief that his future is firmly tied to Camp Nou. In his own words, Neymar has stated that he feels settled, fulfilled, and in no rush to seek a new challenge elsewhere. For many Barcelona supporters, these words were reassuring, a sign that their superstar was committed to continuing the legacy built alongside Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. The famous MSN trio had terrorized defenses across Europe, becoming one of the most feared attacking combinations in football history. Their chemistry, understanding, and sheer brilliance brought unforgettable nights and countless trophies to Barcelona. And the thought of that trio breaking apart feels almost unthinkable for the club's faithful. However, football is rarely as simple as public statements suggest. Behind the scenes, negotiations often tell a very different story. Neymar's agent has openly acknowledged that discussions with PSG have taken place and that the door remains open. While nothing has been finalized, the mere existence of such talks suggests that this saga is far from being a baseless rumor. In modern football, where ambition, legacy, and personal growth often clash with loyalty and comfort, even the strongest bonds can be tested. For Neymar, the potential move represents more than just financial gain. At Barcelona, he has often lived in the shadow of Lionel Messi, widely regarded as the greatest player of his generation. A move to PSG could offer Neymar the chance to step out of that shadow and establish himself as the undisputed centerpiece of a team built entirely around him. In Paris, he would not just be another superstar. He would be the face of the project, the symbol of PSG's quest for European supremacy. For Barcelona fans, the possibility of losing Neymar is deeply unsettling. He is not just a player. He embodies the club's attacking philosophy, creativity, and global appeal. His departure would leave a massive void, both tactically and emotionally. Replacing his flair, unpredictability, and match-winning ability would be an almost impossible task, regardless of how much money Barcelona might receive in return. The breakup of the MSN trio would mark the end of an era, forcing the club into a period of transition and reinvention. On the other hand, PSG supporters are dreaming of a future filled with glory. The arrival of Neymar could transform the club overnight, elevating them from domestic dominance to genuine contenders for the UEFA Champions League. Paired with talents like Kylian Mbappe and surrounded by a squad brimming with ambition, Neymar could help create one of the most dangerous teams Europe has ever seen. For PSG, this move is about rewriting their own history, moving beyond being a wealthy club to becoming a truly legendary one. The implications of this transfer extend far beyond the two clubs involved. If PSG successfully pulls off this deal, it could fundamentally alter the dynamics of the global transfer market. Release clauses would no longer be seen as theoretical figures, but as realistic targets for ambitious clubs with the financial backing to match their dreams. Player wages would escalate, expectations would rise, and the gap between football's elite and the rest could grow even wider. Neymar's potential move has become a symbol of modern football's evolution, where talent, branding, and economics intersect in unprecedented ways. As days pass and speculation intensifies, the football world watches every development with obsessive interest. Will Barcelona manage to convince Neymar that his legacy is best continued at Camp Nou? Or will PSG's financial power and promise of a new beginning prove too tempting to resist? The answers remain hidden, suspended in negotiations, personal ambitions, and strategic decisions that could change the sport forever. One thing, however, is absolutely certain. Wherever Neymar goes, controversy, excitement, and global attention will follow. His next decision will not just define the next chapter of his career. It could redefine the balance of power in club football and mark the beginning of a new era in transfer history. Until that decision is made, the football world remains on edge, waiting for a moment that could echo through history for generations to come.